Smart cookie. All right. Okay, here we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026. I call this meeting to order, and I ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Thank you. Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Ledden?
Here.
Trustee Savaria?
Here.
Trustee Rigoni? Here. Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Borelli?
Here.
Trustee Rossi?
Here.
Attorney Lamore? Chief Chalepis? Here. Village Administrator Pusha?
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barika? Present. Clerk Schubert is present, and we have quorum.
All right, thank you. If everyone would please stand with me, and we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first item on here is what's called the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature, and they're enacted in one single motion unless there's no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests. In that case, we would remove that item from the consent agenda, and it'll be considered separately. At this time, I ask if anyone on the board would like to remove any items from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second to approve, please? Okay, we have a motion and a second. It's a very short agenda this part tonight, so we're going to go through and we will read over a few short items here so that those who are in the audience tonight, those that might be watching later, we have YouTube and also on our village website at frankfortil.org. You could see what went on with the village board. The complete packet is also available. Everything that the trustees see, you would also be able to access right there. So the first item on here was the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting, which was held on February 2nd of 2026. The next item is the approval of the bills, and we will go to Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. The schedule of bills for February 17th, 2026 are as follows. The General Corporate Fund at $253,717.27. Nothing from the Motor Fuel Tax Fund. The Capital Development Fund at $223,482.95. Sewer and water operation maintenance is $133,776.46. And the sewer and water extension fund at $49,327.90 for a total of $660,304.58. My apologies. One of the notable items in there is our first installment for the dredging of the pond, which is on the north side of Nebraska, right across from Village Hall. If you would like more information about that project, I encourage you to visit the news listing for more details.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I know how much you like reading numbers.
I love numbers.
All right, we have a motion and a second. We now go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. Next item on here is what's called the Mayor's Report. Congratulations to the Lincoln Way East varsity cheerleaders. They won the IHSA Competitive Cheerleading State Championship on Saturday, February 7th at the Grosinger Motors Arena in Bloomington. The team earned a Class 3A title with an exceptional score of 97.92. This marks the 8th state championship for the Griffith program. Congratulations to the team, Coach Pollard, and everyone who contributed to this remarkable accomplishment. On another note, our Hickory Creek Middle School cheerleaders won second place in state. So I expect we'll be seeing a lot more championships coming up over the years. Our Frankfort Police Department will host its next Coffee with a Cop on Tuesday, February 24th. It's from 11 in the morning until 12:30 p.m., and it'll be at Dimes Coffee, which is in the Patriot Center at 10850 West Laraway Road. This informal event has no agenda or speeches and provides an opportunity for residents to ask questions, share concerns, and get to know the officers who serve our community. An open house is going to be held on Wednesday, February 25th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the lower level of the Trails Edge Brewing Company at 20 Kansas Street. This event provides residents and business owners the opportunity to share input regarding the downtown urban design and planning study, which is currently being conducted by the Lakota Group. It's not a presentation or a meeting. It is an open house. So you come, and they are looking for your feedback and your input. Additional information is available on the village website at frankfortil.org. This is a very important design project that we're doing. Who should attend? Business owners, people in residents of the community. The trustees and other property owners have already met with the Lakota Group. We've started to go, and there'll be other opportunities also to give input. Our downtown is considered one of the most important assets in Frankfort. We're considered the jewel of the south suburbs, and we want to make sure that the design process of this, everyone has input, and that we don't rush through this. Our downtown and Frankfort, it's much too important to rush the process. The Frankfort Police Department, in partnership with the Will County Sheriff's Office and the police departments of Mokina, New Lenox, and Manhattan, will offer a free 9-session Citizens Police Academy. This program provides participants an inside look at law enforcement operations and procedures. The Academy will meet every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., starting March 21st to May 21st at the Will County Sheriff's Building, which is down on Laraway Road. Space is limited, and applications are now being accepted. Those interested should contact Officer Mike Pizzera at mpizzera@frankfortil.org, the police department, for more information or how to obtain an application. This is a great program. There's a lot of misconceptions about how police work actually is conducted, and also the legal process that goes through, all the way through the state's attorney and including the Adult Correction Center in Joliet. So great program. If you have the chance, I would strongly recommend that you go. And that's it for the mayor's report tonight, and we go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next meeting will be March 2nd here at Village Hall at 6 p.m., and that will be a board meeting and committee of the whole meeting, and it's also Student Government Day. So that is all I have tonight.
All right, thank you, Katie. Do you have information about early voting? We are providing that again to our citizens.
Yes, we have early voting set for the first 2 weeks before, sorry, can I look that up real quick? I want to make sure I give you the right answer.
All right.
But yes, we have early voting here for 2 weeks, and anyone from any of our precincts can come vote here at Frankfort. Anyone from the Frankfort precincts can come vote here at Village Hall, but I want to make sure I give you the right dates, so let me look
Okay,
that up.
we'll come back to you in just a second. Trustee Ledman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So early voting are the weeks of the 2nd and the 9th, and the election is on the 17th. So,
But I couldn't tell you the dates off the top of my head.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm here for you.
Thank you, Mike.
I would like to congratulate the Lincoln Way East cheer squad and Hickory Creek Middle School cheer teams for their respective first and second place finishes. It's amazing to me how many championship teams come out of this small suburb. So congratulations to them, and I'm glad I didn't have the Bills tonight. That's all I have.
All right. Trustee Savaria.
Yeah, this is a ditto moment. Congratulations to the girls of Linkway and Hickory Creek. So,
Okay. Trustee Rigoni.
No comment.
Okay. Trustee Petro.
It's worth saying again, congratulations to our Lincoln Way East cheer team on their state championship routine. It was an incredibly difficult routine and really executed flawlessly. They certainly deserve to take home that trophy. And I echo the mayor's comments on this cheer dynasty with Hickory Creek second place finish at state. It's just really quite the accomplishment, and can't wait to celebrate these girls at an upcoming meeting. I would encourage all interested in our downtown. We've got the Charm Factor in Frankfort to attend these upcoming town halls and get a sense for our upcoming design guidelines. I've been really impressed with this group already, and I think they're going to help us kind of put the finishing touches on our downtown area. And lastly, if you haven't had a chance to check out the new Village of Frankfort website, I would. It's got kind of an updated look, a little easier to navigate, and really impressed with what the group and staff put together to update our website. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, congratulations to Lincoln Way East cheerleading. 8 since 2014, so 8 in the last 12 or 13 seasons. It's unbelievable. So great job. Looking forward to celebrating them here at Village Hall. And also congratulations to the Hickory Creek finishing second. And my understanding is that half that team was 6th graders. So we expect them to win it probably next year, definitely the next year or two. So great job, girls. Again, encourage people to come out to Trails Edge next week for the open house held by the Lakota group. Nothing with, whether you believe it or not, nothing with the downtown has been decided. So now is your chance to give your feedback. So come, participate, have your voice heard. I want to thank Mr. Tom Becker for coming today. He's going to, I believe, give some comments during public comment about the Earthrise solar farm, which doesn't impact the village of Frankfort, but does impact our neighbors to the south in Green Garden, Wilton Center, and so forth, Manhattan, 6,000 acres. It's massive, and I appreciate him coming tonight to share awareness of it. I'd also just like to preempt that there is a solar project that's in front of us at the village. It went to the Plan Commission last Thursday. There was a workshop on it. It is completely different than what Mr. Becker is going to talk about, so I just want to make sure those two are differentiated before he speaks. That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Trustee Rossi?
No comment, Mayor.
Okay. Is there any other business to come before the board tonight? Okay. All right, now we're at the part of the meeting called public comment. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to come forward for public comment? Come forward, Tom.
Right here. Oops. Okay. Yeah, hi. My name is Tom Becker. I am the chairman of the Watershed Committee. We are a volunteer organization. For the past 20 years or so, we have worked on advocating to the preservation of our local natural resources and our quality of life. And we are confronted by what Mr. Barali just mentioned, a 6,000 acre solar facility that spans 3 townships, Green Garden, Wilton, and Manhattan. And there'll be over 1.5 million solar panels that would be installed. And this will go right down in our watersheds where we have our wetland soils. We have a lot of objections to this. Foremost is first, it's interesting to find, even from green energy sources, that solar is, for Illinois is ranked as the 49th worst state for solar due to our climate, our weather conditions. We have cloudy conditions for almost half the year, and that, of course, reduces the ability of the panels to function. And then there's perhaps only less than 2.5 hours of peak sun during the winter months. I was talking with a ComEd engineer last week about the functionality and the productivity of the solar fields. And he was explaining that natural gas that we have, or nuclear, they have a 99% capacity factor, which means they're reliable 24/7, 365. He said, and I asked, well, what about solar? He shook his head, he goes, 12%. 12% capacity factor. That is enough of a reason for us to look at this enormous facility and question it. A second reason, which is even more concerning for us, is the environment. We are well aware that the panels can have toxic materials, toxic heavy metals. The batteries are notorious for starting on fire, the solar batteries, but what we're really looking is damage to our area is actually the structure of the facilities, the arrays. These are zinc galvanized steel posts. They'll be driven 8 feet into the ground. And it is a normal, a well-known harm of galvanic corrosion that zinc will leach into the soil profile. In our situation, the reason this is so damaging is these parcels, which are separated throughout the 3 townships, are running down our watershed where we have hydric soils, and in that case, the galvanic corrosion is exacerbated. The zinc toxicity from the land will prevent plants from their normal growth. The zinc actually blocks the ability of trace minerals to get into the plant. It even affects photosynthesis and changes the soil pH. These are serious issues. It will, and because this is in our watershed, it will also, that zinc toxicity will leach into our groundwater and go into our streams. These are just some of the basic reasons why we're opposed to it. In looking at this situation for ourselves, how do we stop a mega site? And my brother's an attorney. We are going to be filing litigation. I've already been before the Will County Board's Executive Committee to ask them to work with us so we don't have to file a suit against Will County. The ordinance that was passed in Will County is 155-9.245, and it allows for contiguous and non-contiguous properties to be put together. We've never seen it. We're going to have a zoning case with 100 properties, 500 adjacent landowners in one evening. It's an abomination. We will be challenging that law. We're asking the county to work to find a way to amend it before we go to litigation, but we feel if we can dismantle the law, we can dismantle Earthrise. The reason I'm here tonight is I have so many people that are asking, what do we do? How do we stop this? We continue to have the solar facilities, the battery storage facilities come into Green Garden, wanting to take a piece of us. How will we survive? If these facilities come in, our rural residential growth will end. We have the highest median home value of any township for our homes, any township in Will County, and it will stop. I already have people who have bought properties in Green Garden saying, I'm not going to build till we find out what happens. So what can we do? My watershed committee, my mother started this in our kitchen, 23 years ago. And it was just 12 people. Over the years, we've had about 40 people who help us with these issues. In the last 3 months, I have 1,500 people on a mailing list. That is the concern we have, and I feel we have an obligation to do something. So what I'm asking, when I'm coming before the board, is I feel we have to build relationships with our sister villages, with Frankfort, Moni, and Manhattan, and work on a way that we can preserve our boundaries to protect it for the future by a limited rural incorporation where we take control back of our land use. Right now, our comprehensive plan has been shredded by the state legislation and the county legislation, and to the point that the county board believes they can't even protect us. So that's what I'm here for tonight, is to just present that we want to build a bridge with you and look at a way that we can preserve our boundaries. I believe we're looking at the school district boundaries as an idea to preserve this area. I don't think it's of any benefit to have our area consumed with trucks and warehouses and the industrial change that will happen. It's inevitable. When you do this much change at one time, we will destabilize our rural community. So that's why I'm here tonight, is to ask for your help. I'm not asking you to fight our battles with Earthrise. We, as a community, we will fight those battles, and I believe we will win in court. While this is under judicial review, I believe a court will side with us. But we need to do something more if we're going to save our area, and that's why we're looking at this. We would contract our services, just like we have with sheriff and our fire district, but we need to take control back of our land use. We have a beautiful area. I believe we could preserve 35 of our 36 sections without industrial growth. And I think that's a benefit to everyone. These are our concerns. Perhaps I can work with your development committee, Mr. Schwartz, I believe is the head of that, to talk about ideas of how we can create this boundary and preserve our rural quality of life for the future. If we don't do that, I don't think we'll survive. We will simply disappear in industrial growth. So this is the task before us. I appreciate your time, and if you have any suggestions or ideas, our idea is to build that bridge with you, to work with you, and to preserve our boundaries. We will do the same with Manhattan and Moni, and if we get that approval, if we have your blessing, we can start a founder's petition, we can go to the district court, and then we can do impact studies and take a referendum vote. So that's the path forward for us. I appreciate you listening to me. Thank you.
Mr. Becker,
Yeah.
before you leave, obviously there's a lot of people that are concerned about this. How can they get in touch with you? How can they become part of this? From from a very organic, grassroots thing. We're very proud of our heritage here in Frankfort. We protect our spaces. Also, as a neighbor to Green Garden, with all of our neighbors. We work closely. I work closely with these other mayors. This region is important. So how could people get
Thank you.
involved if they want to?
We have on the Green Garden Township website, we have a watershed committee page, and you can reach that by going through the home page. We have all of our latest information is updated. We have an online petition you can sign. You can find that information there. We have a signature petition. We have a letter writing campaign, and we have a signed petition. For just a moment, I'll get the sign. This is the sign. This is our goal. This is the sign. No solar panels on prime farmland. We have a QR code that goes directly to our website in Green Garden Township, and that's where we're organizing this. We believe this is important enough to save our farmland so it will never return. Once the solar facility is on, it will never return with the zinc toxicity and the heavy metals. So we want to preserve it for the future and then have it transition normally and naturally as it has for the last 75 years into rural residential growth that is compatible, estates, farmettes, and large lot subdivisions. But that's where you can reach us. My website is on there. Anyone can write me. We are accessible. We have a wonderful group of volunteers. And I believe as a community we're coming together, and we appreciate that we also can work with your village, because this is, in essence, the same thing. We want to protect our boundaries and our quality of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who would like to come forward? Yes, come on up.
I'm Tom's brother, Jeff Becker, and I just have a very, very quick couple statements. For future growth for Frankfort, the Mayor Ogle mentioned that Frankfort is looked at as the jewel of the South Side. I totally agree with that. So the jewel of the South Side is either going to have to the south of it an industrial area. Once it goes industrial, there's going to be, the truck businesses are all going to go into the area. Everything else that goes within an industrial district will come into the area. That is not going to help Frankfort. For future growth for Frankfort, we all shop in Frankfort. We go to our pizza places in Frankfort. All the people from Green Garden, all of that will stop. There'll be no more people coming in to Frankfort because it'll all eventually just go industrial. So I think that's something just to look at for the future growth. Residential is way more profitable. It's more profitable for the county. The residents will bring in a lot of business into Frankfort. So I think as a future growth thing, are we going to go industrial, or is Green Garden, Wilton Center, Manhattan, are they going to retain their rural qualities with residential, more like a Homer Glen, basically? Do you want Homer Glen next to you, or do you want, an industrial park? Thanks.
Thank you so much. Anyone else like to come forward for public comment tonight? Okay. Hearing nothing further, we are going to adjourn to executive session to discuss two different items. It's under the Open Meetings Act, 5 ILCS 122C1 regarding personnel, and 5 ILCS 122C2 concerning collective bargaining. We will not be taking any action after we come back from the executive session in this meeting, but we will come back and adjourn. Now, to go into executive session, I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and we'll need to go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So we're going to go to an executive session in the other room. When we finish our business, we will come back here, and the meeting will be adjourned. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, as well as also for speaking tonight. So